Daniel, just have a sit in here.
Okay.
And
Would you like?
you got a piss or anything? You can have a sit there. That's probably more
I could hold it. I'm not a. I'm just.
All right. I'm gonna run right on out. Whatever's more comfortable, man.
Look up.
That'll work.
No chair for me. Let me bring a chair.
There's.
There's no chair.
I was gonna say there's a chair. I was gonna say there's a chair. Right
No,
there.
that I had back surgery
Okay.
a year ago. Rocky's coming. They didn't hear yet. And I had a back fusion. Oh, this is about the only chair I can sit in. I don't
Does
know
that
what.
help your back support?
It does. Well, no, it gives. It's very giving. I'm turning this off because I don't want this bugging us. And not to be yucky, but it's low back where my back fusion is, and I can put my butt right there, so my tailbone's not getting extra pressure on it. I don't know. I can't sit in one of those. It'll kill me. Okay. Rocky's coming, but I'm gonna do this and he may walk in here in a minute and get this done. Now, I know you're an officer, and I know you've seen these 1,000 times
Right.
and you've read them yourself.
Right.
You still ask me any questions if you have one.
Right.
Okay, don't be embarrassed of that.
Right.
Okay?
I think I'm already embarrassed.
Why are you embarrassed? Why? Tell me why you're
The
embarrassed.
station deal. So.
Nobody. Well, I mean, there's rumors flying. I know, and we tried to do that as kind of quietly as we could, and that's why we took you out the front and stuff. But this is gonna make the rumors go away.
Okay.
Okay, for you.
Right.
The rumor tomorrow is gonna be on somebody else.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
So let's get them off of you
Mm-hmm.
and get them onto somebody else and get this over with.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You have the right to remain silent. You understand
Right.
that? Okay. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you
Right.
understand that? You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. You understand that? If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish one. If you decide to make a statement, you may stop the interview at any time. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
I do.
Just write yes or I do or whatever right there. Oh, you're lefty too. Okay, hold on. You shoot right-handed, but you right left-handed?
Yeah, I'm ambidextrous.
Me too.
So a little bit.
I shoot right-handed and right left-handed. That's which do you?
Bad right-handed, throw left-handed.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I throw right-handed, but I bat left-handed.
Kick left foot and
No, I kick right-handed. How do you eat?
both hands.
Oh, left for me. Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me and us at this time without an attorney
Yes.
present? Okay, right, yes, right there. Read this out loud.
have read the statement of my rights and understand what my rights are. I'm willing to make a statement and answer questions at this time. I do not want an attorney present at this time. Understand and know that what I'm doing, no promises or threats may have been made to me, and no pressure or force of any kind has been used against me.
Agree?
Agree.
Sign, print. That's too funny. I haven't met anybody else that writes left-handed. It kind of creates a problem when you're on a traffic stop, doesn't it? Because you're writing and holding your ticket book in this hand, and your gun hand doesn't bother you. Well, that's because you're huge. What's your commission number?
1782.
I masturbate right and left. Does that work?
I think I do that left-handed.
Very good.
Well, I am dominant.
You are?
Yes. Okay, look, just like we talked in the car. You haven't heard any rumors?
I haven't heard any rumors.
So
when I walked in the station, I see Captain leaned over. Not unusual. I got Captain Clifton, hey. But then I've seen you in the cab. I've never seen you, and so.
Well, nobody.
But I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
So I'm just looking at things.
You had said, and we told you that there was a traffic stop.
Right.
That somebody made some allegations against an officer.
Right.
They don't know the officer's name. None of that. And you said that you made a traffic stop after work.
Yeah.
But you didn't call it in.
I didn't call it.
Where was that?
It was about Northeast 50th and Lincoln, just to the west.
Okay. Tell me about that stop.
I was going westbound on Northeast 50th, probably a block just east of Lincoln. I see a red Grand Prix, or Grand Am, in my right lane, in the outside lane. I'm in the inside lane. The car swerves, and so at the time I'm thinking, okay, it's probably a drunk person, or maybe got excited because they saw a cop. So I kind of fall behind it, kind of drifting just a little bit, not crossing lane lines, nothing crazy. So I lighted up because at first the traffic violation I saw at first when it swerved. That was just west of Northeast 50th in Lincoln. And then made contact. It was a black female. Asked for license insurance. Stated that she didn't have insurance. Gave me an ID. At the time I'm like, do you have a valid insurance or a valid license? She said no. I told her, I just got off work. I mean, what's the deal? You know, why are you swerving? And she says, I'm just trying to go home to Ann Arbor-ish on the northwest side to see her daughter or something like that. So I asked, is there anything on board as far as the vehicle? Is it okay if I search your vehicle and whatnot? She said, the only thing that's inside there is a Kool-Aid cup. I'm like, is there anything inside of that Kool-Aid? Is there liquor or anything inside that Kool-Aid? She's no. I'm like, okay, is there anything else inside there? She says there's pills. I'm like, is that the only thing? And then, so I said, can I have permission to search your car? She says yes. I go inside the car, I see a lot of pills. But
what kind of pills?
I didn't really.
Like scattered pills or in a bottle?
She said
pills?
it was hydrocodone pills, but I just quickly looked at it, and I think I saw her name on the prescription bottle, so I didn't.
Oh, so it was a bottle.
Right.
Okay.
There were several bottles in her purse. And then, so at that time, I just returned back to her. It's like, okay, I saw your pills. I didn't see any alcohol. I sniffed the drink, didn't smell any alcohol in the Kool-Aid. I'm like, okay, I'm just off work. I'm tired. Get your license taken care of. Just mine.
So she didn't have a driver's license?
She didn't have a driver's license, and I was just like, go to DPS, Department of Public Safety on King, get that taken care of, and I cut her loose after that.
Okay. Then where'd you go?
I went straight home.
Okay. Do you remember her name? It was on the prescription.
I don't.
Okay. Do you make traffic stops normally after work?
I don't, but in that case, I saw her swerve and whatnot, so
I mean, me, I don't.
Felt.
After I get off work.
I know. I mean,
I know,
people,
last thing I want
cops
is
say that
DUI.
is have a, whatnot, to have the vision, whatever. But I felt like I needed to make that traffic stop.
Okay. How was she? Was she respectful? Was she?
She
not?
felt like she was nervous and whatnot, and I'm like, why are you nervous? And she was even crying. I'm like, why are you crying? Why are you nervous? Whatnot? And she's just like, I don't know. I'm just nervous because you're a cop and I got pulled over. I'm like, nothing you had to be nervous about. And I told her, I'm like, I don't really want to take you to jail for no SDL or anything. I just got off work. I'm tired. So, with my officer courtesy or whatnot, I said, go get that taken care of tomorrow. Let her on her way.
And you don't have to. I'm not going to sit here and go, why didn't you take her to the
That's the reason why.
No, I don't care. Was she drunk? Did you think she was drunk?
I think she was. She drank, but I don't think with my experience, I don't think she was past the legal limit.
Right.
So,
I mean.
and that's what I asked her too, is like, with your pain medicines, the hydrocodone, everyone knows that you drink with that, it maximizes the effects. So I asked her that, she said no. But when she was in the back of my car, when I was in the front car, in the driver's seat, I could smell it off of her, but I don't think she was still past the legal limit.
Okay. So you got her out of the car?
Yes.
Okay. And put her in the back of your car?
Yes.
Okay. Any problems there?
No, she was cooperative. Didn't give me any problems or whatnot.
Okay. And then you searched, did you run her through Unit 800?
I didn't.
You didn't? Mm-mm. So, did you run her on your MDT?
No, I didn't. All my stuff as far as that, because I didn't even call it in and say it was a traffic stop, my computer was off and everything as well.
Did you shut it off?
I just shut it off,
work?
yeah. On the way, on 50th, I turned it off right before the traffic stop, basically.
Okay. And where did you pick her up? 50th and what about?
50th and Lincoln, just to the west.
But no, where'd you see her swerve, kind of?
I say a block just to the east of Lincoln and 50th.
Okay. She pull over right away?
She was in the right lane and the outside lane when I saw her swerve. And so she saw a police car right there, and so she kind of did what everyone does, slow down. Kind of, okay, is he going to pull me over or not? And then I lit her up about 50th and Lincoln, past the intersection to the west.
Okay. When you put her in your car, did you pat search her?
When I came around, I was like, lift up your shirt. Is there anything on you? Anything as far as your waistband or anything like that? She said no. And then I put her in the vehicle and went from there. Asked her everything.
Did your hands go on her at all?
I backhanded her on as far as the side.
Where on her body? Tell me. You backhanded
her waist, and the back portion. I didn't touch her butt or anything, but the back portion of the waist. And then she lifted it up like right here, and there's nothing.
Did she lift it up like this?
No.
Okay. So she never, like, went, whoo, nothing,
No.
exposed her breasts or anything like that?
She asked me if I was like, no, it's okay.
She asked you?
If you want to search me, I'm like, no, it's okay.
So she never, like, put her hands on the car and you...
No.
Okay. Where was she positioned or standing when you did the back of your hand on her?
It was about probably the front right fender of my patrol vehicle.
But was she facing you or was she turned?
No, she was facing away from me.
And you just kind of did it like this?
Yeah, back there, yes.
Okay. Did your hand go on her butt or anything?
No, that's what I was saying. It was the hip, the side, not the butt section.
What about right here?
No.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
They can tuck a gun
and
right
that's
here.
why I asked to lift it up.
Oh, so she just kind of showed you her belly?
Right.
Okay. Then you talked to her for a little bit.
Right.
After you searched her, you
Right.
put her in the back of the car.
Right.
Then we used to always kind of keep the door open and talk when they're not like combative or anything. Did
Right.
you talk to her and get information then while she was in the back of your car?
Right. I talked to her for a little bit, just as far as what's inside the vehicle. Can I have consent to search your vehicle? Is there anything in that Kool-Aid? She said no. Just talking to her, what's the deal? Why are you driving late at 2 o'clock at night? Why did you swerve? So she's going to Ann Arbor over on the northwest side to visit her daughter, I believe. So
Then you went up and searched her car?
after she gave me consent to search the car.
How long, you think?
I did a quick search, to be honest with you. I looked under the seat, boom, sniffed the juice, whatever she's had, and I didn't smell alcohol on it. Went through her purse, like she said, there's pills in it, looked at it real quick to see if their name was there, and that was basically it.
Okay. Then when you went back to her,
Mhm.
what happened?
And when I went back to her, I was like, okay, I didn't smell any alcohol on your car and your juice thing, and I'm like, what's the deal? Are you really drunk or not? And she's like, no, I'm just trying to go back home. And at that time, I was like, okay, but I'll go ahead and follow you. I said, I'm not going to take you to jail. I'm tired. I'm not going to take you to jail. I'll go and follow you. And let's go back to 44 and you head westbound on 44. So that's what we did.
Did you follow her?
Actually, when I went behind her and we got in the car, She took forever, and I started getting annoyed, so I just U-turned it, and I went ahead, and I saw her in the back view of my rearview mirror, and she was following a 44, but then I took off, going northbound on Broadway Extension, while she took 44 to go west.
So you were able to see her do that?
Yes.
And go, and then did you lose her when you got on Broadway?
When I went to northbound on Broadway, and she went 44 west.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like this is the lady, this is the deal where she's the complaining party. Okay. And she's making some sexual allegations, obviously, because sex crimes is working it.
Right. What did she say?
Well, was there anything, an accidental touch, anything?
If she thought it, when I pass searched her, but it was nothing as far as I felt like I would do anything as far as sexual or anything like that. And for my safety, I just checked to see the weapons or anything. To make clear, I didn't touch her butt, but the waist side and whatnot. If you would like me to do it for me to show you.
No, and I'm fine with it, and you have every right to do that.
Right.
She's saying that you made her lift up her shirt, and when she lifted up her shirt, she exposed her breasts.
No.
Did you ever see
I asked her, is there anything inside your bra? And she said no. So I was like, okay. And she said, you want me to show you? And that's all the time I said, no, you don't need to do that.
She said she said she was doing this. When you said, is there anything inside your bra? And she was going, no, I don't have anything like that. Did she do that?
Yeah, she did, but I didn't look or anything like that.
Right.
And then she was like, do you want me to show you? I was like, no.
She said when she said, do you want me to show you? You said, yeah, and she went,
No, I didn't.
But could she have been, woo, flashing you? And now you don't want to tell me because you're afraid you're going to get in trouble?
No, when I told her no, I said no.
Then she didn't go, yeah,
No.
because sometimes drunk girls are,
Having a good time.
and partying down. And let's face it,
I've already heard stories about officers
people
and
want,
whatnot.
they
so
want
I don't
officers for
I didn't want-
hubbies
so
or
I said
whatever.
no. I said no.
But you could have said no. But I'm asking you if she flashed you anyways.
I didn't see her. I didn't see her
no
breasts.
boobies?
I didn't see her breasts.
Okay. What about pants?
Nothing in her pants as far as I concerned. She was wearing tight jeans. So
She said she pulled them down.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see her pull them down?
I didn't see her pulling down pants.
Could she have done it when you were up searching the car?
She could have. I didn't
Did
have
she
her.
have them on
I didn't have her handcuffed or anything.
when you came back to the car and got her out? Were her pants fastened? Were they?
Yeah, everything.
They
was
were
still,
up, and
everything was still intact.
so you never saw her pull her pants down.
No, I didn't.
Why do you think she's making this up?
I don't know.
Did you write her a ticket?
I didn't. I let her go, and actually, I said I won't even arrest you for your no STL.
Trying to figure out why she'd say that. I mean, I could see her saying it if you wrote her a ticket because she's pissed off.
Right.
Now, make it quite clear, if you saw her boobs, I don't care if she's flashing you.
I did not see.
You did
her
not see her
breasts.
boobies.
No, I did not see her breasts.
So she's saying you shined your light on her.
I did not see her.
Where do
breasts.
you keep your flashlight?
The west side, right here, right behind my radio.
Did you have your flashlight out on the traffic stop?
I did.
When she was going like this, did you have your
I
flashlight
didn't- I
on
didn't
her?
go like that. But as I'm out on the radio like this, I have it right positioned over us. But I didn't.
Right,
As
but
far as that.
did you have it on her when you're talking to her so you can see her? I mean,
to
was
see
it
her.
on her when she goes like this? Maybe she could have
Right,
construed it.
to see her inside the vehicle.
Was the dome light on?
The dome light was not on.
It didn't come on. I don't know how. Does that come on when you open your back door? It's been too long since I've been in a scout car.
I can't recall, to be honest with you. I don't think the back. I don't think it does. As far as the dome light.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out. How long do you think you were on that traffic stop?
I don't think it was an
It's not a
excess
test.
of over
Just
a regular speed. 15 minutes at most, just like a regular traffic stop. Nothing as far as more.
15 minutes. How long were you with her? How long of that 15 minutes do you think was searching her car? Where maybe she's sitting in the back seat.
Like I said, that quick search probably at max maybe a little bit over 5 minutes, maybe like 5 minutes if
So you're with her for 10 minutes.
talking to her. Yes.
Did it take a while to get her to consent to search, or what? 10 minutes is a long time.
She was nervous and she was crying and stuff, and I told her not to be
Did she
nervous.
say why she was crying?
She says police officer and whatnot, and I'm just nervous because I got stopped by a police officer. So I'm like, calm down, everything's fine. And then, so I think maybe with the fact that she had no STL, maybe she was nervous as well too. And then so I went to the search, and it wasn't that. It was a quick search, like I said before. It wasn't in detail, pulling up carpet. It was a quick search.
Because you're just ready to go home.
I was ready to go home.
Did you go home, go straight to bed?
I went home straight to bed.
Okay. Think of anything yet?
Well, I think that was pretty good. Wasn't that pretty easy? Hey, we got to do this.
Okay.
Okay, if you don't mind. I got to take your buckles.
Okay.
We're doing that in the.
That's fine.
All right.
Did we buckle swab anybody in the academy
I don't.
as a demonstration?
Don't let your name there, because I don't even know how to spell it. I can
How do you
spell
say
my
your
own.
name?
Daniel Holtzclaw.
Holtzclaw. What is that?
It's German.
Can you
Hey, read
speak
that.
German?
No, I can't.
Hey, read that out loud to me.
It's yeah.
I, Daniel Holtzclaw, after having been advised of my right not to have a search made of my body, hereinafter mentioned without a search warrant, and my right to refuse to consent to such a search, hereby authorize Rocky Gregory, detective of the Oklahoma City Police Department, to conduct a complete search of my body located at 701 Colcord, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Officers are authorized by me to take from my body samples of swabs from my body which they may desire. This written permission is being given by me to the above named police official voluntarily and without threats of promises of any kind.
Basically, you're giving buccal swabs of your own free will.
Okay.
We do this as part of. See, this ain't so bad, huh?
Well, I never had this done, so.
Say there we go. And you get a free teeth cleaning with your first time.
You won't go none though.
All right, and then we're gonna have one more round.
I turned off my phone.
We'll have a couple more questions. All right. Good side.
Ralph, what time is it on your watch? I turned my phone off. So
I've got 4:50. Sorry, 4:47. What I've got. So, do you usually do traffic stops on going home, or what was?
I don't. Like I said
that.
before, I really rarely don't. I usually try to get home because I'm tired of them and
well,
shit.
and are you a big DUI worker?
When I first started coming out, I did.
I
But
hated DUIs.
not really at the end now, to be honest with you.
I usually, if I see somebody swarming, I'm whoop, the other way.
And that's what a lot of officers do too, so.
Well, Daniel, this is kind of one of the things that we kind of bring you in here to
Right,
see how truthful you are.
right.
Now, you need to kind of think of a few different things here.
Okay,
Okay, we pulled up a lot of video around that area
Okay.
after these allegations.
okay.
Okay, she also had a SANE exam, which you know what that consists of.
Right,
There's a reason why we wanted your buckles.
okay.
Okay. Now, I mean, we can go through a couple different things of why we've got you in here, but you sure there's nothing you want to?
Nothing.
So if we go off the video and watch that,
Right.
you're still going to stick with your story.
Yes, sir.
If we go off DNA,
DNA as well.
Should we show you the video?
If yes,
You do want to see it.
do it, yes.
So there's nothing that
Everything that I recall of that night is what was asked and everything. That's what happened.
have I maybe not asked enough questions?
I think everything covered as far as that.
Do you recall putting your penis in her mouth?
I don't.
Would you recall that if you did it?
If I did it, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think you really, in all honesty, you need to really double think about this. I mean, I got to be honest with you, it doesn't look really good.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, in what you originally thought, detectives just don't roll up in there for no reason.
Right.
Okay. And we just didn't pick you out. Okay.
Right.
I mean, there's a whole lineup there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But there's definitely enough here to bring you in here to start questioning you.
Right.
Okay. We knew you were on that stop.
Right.
We knew you were there.
Mm-hmm.
And we can watch a whole lot of actions being performed while you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's why she was trying to give you every out on the whole booby thing.
Right.
Okay. Now, is there any reason at all, even from whatever angle, because, you know, it takes a little bit to clear up those videos,
Right.
but any reason why your penis would be out?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Now, in doing this, you know how SANE exams work, and I ain't got to explain about DNA or anything like that.
Right.
Now, I didn't say you had sex with her.
Right.
Okay. But getting a blowjob, okay, that is a different story.
Right.
Okay. You see my concern here.
I'm just listening to you, sir.
I
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
but I'd rather listen to you and you start talking.
That's all I have, sir.
Okay.
Are we gonna get something from the SANE exam?
Go with the SANE exam.
Do you understand that you don't have to full-blown ejaculate to get something out of the SANE exam?
Right.
We can get skin cells, we can get pre-ejaculate, we can do all that and still get DNA.
Right.
And did your penis go in her mouth?
No, it did not.
Okay. Because DNA will clear it up. And here's the deal too. We can fall on the sword
Okay.
and say I screwed up or something. But if we say we didn't do it, and then the DNA comes back and says he did it, then we have a huge problem.
Right.
We're here to give you the chance to fall on the sword, so we don't want a huge problem. We don't want a huge problem for you.
Right.
This is time. It's time. If it touched her mouth, if it touched the inside of her mouth for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, you gotta tell us now.
Look,
Right.
there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference in between a rape being forced
Mm-hmm.
and some
And-
old girl who wants it.
Right.
Okay. We've had plenty of that.
We get that. We know that.
Okay. But there is a big difference. Okay.
Right.
But I'm just saying, you know, these videos ain't helping, and I mean, we're gonna do the comparing and all that.
Okay.
Okay. But it's not looking good so far.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't want to see anybody go down for something that
Right.
there was no force.
Right.
Now, I'm not seeing any beating or anything like that.
Right.
Okay. I'm not seeing that big time, big guy forcer type thing like what we do see.
Right.
But, you
But
know,
if it was a get out of jail free card, that happens.
Right.
And we know that happens.
Right.
But we gotta know that. We gotta know that versus, you know, he made me, I didn't want to, blah, blah, blah. If it's a get out of jail free card, then that's a different story.
and we've worked enough of them, okay, cases that it didn't happen. The problem is where we're at right now,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And that's why we wanted to hear your version of the story.
Right.
Whether we just go off of what we see and I mean, whatever this tests out as.
Right.
Okay? But,
Sir, I'm sticking with my story. I'm
Okay. On the video, are we gonna see her boobies?
shouldn't see her boobs. I didn't see her boobs.
Okay. Are we gonna see her pull her pants down?
I didn't see her pull her pants down.
Are we gonna see your penis out?
Nope.
Are we gonna see your penis go in her mouth?
No.
Are we gonna get any DNA to that?
No.
let's switch up for a second. You had another girl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You probably not necessarily going to remember the name, but her name is Terry Morris. Okay. Black female. Supposedly you promised her a ride to the city rescue mission. This ring a bell?
No.
You did a traffic stop with her. She thought you ran her for warrants. The clicking. Drove her around.
Mm-mm.
No.
The name doesn't. I don't recall a name like that.
But she's claiming the same thing. The exact same thing. And here again, for whatever reason, things are pointing at you again.
Right.
Now this was before even this incident this morning. Traffic stop, not logged in, all that stuff.
This morning.
No, this has been a little bit ago.
Okay.
This was here just a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Okay. Anything?
I don't.
Do you remember stopping?
I don't recall a name of Terry Moore.
Well, I wouldn't remember a
Right.
name.
How about black female downtown, city rescue mission? That's what I was trying to jog your memory.
I haven't been to a city rescue mission.
I didn't say you made it there.
Have you promised anybody a ride to the city
I
rescue?
haven't asked anyone asked me to the city rescue mission.
No, she didn't have to ask you. Did you offer to take anybody to the city rescue mission?
No, I don't offer anyone because I don't like going there. To be honest with you,
Don't like dealing with what?
I don't like going over to the city rescue mission or anything like that.
Okay. How about any stops of a person just walking, even just downtown? Anywhere downtown?
No, I don't. In Spring Lake, I don't go downtown. Besides, if I go to Classen, not Classen, but Western and Maine to Valero's to
Or
fill
the
up.
jail,
Or jail.
or
That's right.
headquarters, property
Right.
room. And you just don't remember doing any of those type of stops?
No,
Not in the last month or so?
no.
Do you run everybody that you come in contact with?
Majority of the time.
But you didn't run old girl this morning.
The
The
50th.
in Lincoln.
No, I didn't. I didn't run her.
The other girl that he's talking about is kind of making the same allegations, and that's weird.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't look good.
I mean,
it
that's
doesn't
weird.
look. Yeah, it
That's
doesn't look
weird.
good. So, no, I don't. No one with the city rescue mission. Never been asked. Never been offered anyone to go there.
Do you give people rides sometimes?
I do give people rides.
Do
I do.
Because sometimes I'd be like, I am not a taxi cab.
I'll go
But-
rides.
Have you always been in your new car? I mean, have you ever had it down, driving another?
I've had a wreck on 20-something King where it was down for a little bit. Starting out was in pool cars, but this is my take-home car.
But I'm saying in the last month, have you been driving any of the older cars?
No.
Black and white versus the solid
I think
black.
this is the only car I've been in.
Have you ever driven a black and white car?
I have, yeah.
When was that?
Right out of the academy, regular Crown Vic,
But when you wrecked your car and it was down, what did you drive?
Crown Vic, black and white.
A black and white one.
Right.
When was that?
A year ago, maybe.
Oh, okay. How long have you had to take them for?
Probably a year and a half.
And it's been this one.
This one, yeah.
So you wrecked it 6 months after having it?
Somewhere around there,
That sucks.
yeah.
Was it your fault?
No.
Well, that's good.
What do you think about all this?
Heads out here. I want you to take the exam and get this over with. I feel embarrassed because going to the station.
That's why we try to handle
Yeah,
it.
we do.
Right. And I've heard of officers going through this and whatnot, and that's something I don't want my rep to be, about. I'm a good officer. I don't. That's not me. It's not me.
Are you circumcised?
I am circumcised.
Just asking. Do you have pubic hair?
Yes.
Well, I mean, some people manscape, as you call it.
Right.
You groom?
I groom.
Okay.
Yes.
So do I. For,
You got any identifying marks around your penis?
I don't.
just a plain old penis, huh?
Plain old penis.
Plain old 14-incher.
I don't know what to say about that, but
See, you should have. You just had your opportunity. I just don't know what to think. Would you take a polygraph?
yeah, if you want to take a polygraph.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a solution. Do you know how slow DNA is?
I don't. I do not.
Slow. You be willing to take a polygraph on it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm calling. Get that set up.
You, that's kind of delving off different, but you married?
I'm not married.
Girlfriends?
Here and there.
Kids?
No kids.
You're big. You on roids?
I'm not on steroids.
A little bit?
I've been always.
Which I don't care.
I've always been a big.
I'm not the dope police.
I've always been a big bone guy. Football, athletic.
You got more than big bones. You got big muscles
I work
too.
out all the time.
Do you?
I do.
Where do you work out?
At 4-star gym, off of May, about 63rd.
No roids at all.
No roids.
You do all the protein
I
drinks and
drink
all
a
that
lot
stuff.
of protein.
That can damage your kidneys, just so you know.
So.
If you did roids, would you tell us?
I would. I'll tell you.
I mean, because we don't care.
I have nothing to hide about that. I've always been a big guy. Always work out all the time and whatnot.
When was the last shower you had?
Took a shower before work.
When you went home, was anybody home?
My girlfriend was home.
Do
you
you
get
live
laid?
with her?
Huh? No, she doesn't. She just stayed.
Did you get laid?
Messed around, yeah.
What's messed around? Sex?
I guess
We were all adults.
we almost had sex, and she was tired.
What'd you do?
So my penis went around her vagina, and then maybe went a little bit in, and then she pushed me off and said, "No, we don't want it. I'm tired." I was like, "Okay."
That's kind of mean to let it get that far and then stop.
So that's when you got home?
That's when I got home.
How often do you have sex?
About once a day, if that.
You guys have sex once a day?
Yeah.
How old are you?
27.
Well, yeah.
How much you jerk off?
Maybe once a day.
So you have sex once a day and masturbate once a day.
Yeah.
What'd you do when you got shot down at home today? Usually you got to relieve that.
Right. And that's
I know.
that was before work. That happened before work.
You masturbated before work?
Yeah.
Did you just go roll over and go to sleep when she didn't give you any?
Yeah.
You ever been accused of anything like this before?
I haven't.
Not in Michigan?
No. I have not.
You weren't one of those football players.
I
that we
wasn't.
see
I
on the news.
wasn't. I was not.
Anything you can think of that will help us help you.
That's it. I want
Step up.
to go test. I want to get cleared up my name. I want to get cleared
Because
up.
you know what? If this is a bunch of false allegations, then I want it cleared up too.
Right.
And I'll help you clear it up and it's this. We don't talk. It's not it's swarming around Spring Lake. It's out there.
It's just in the department too. So,
And it's not swarming all over the department. We in sex crimes, we do not run around and go, guess what? This is what we're working. We don't do that. It's
Right.
not professional. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's around Spring Lake.
Right.
And everybody's gonna know that we pulled you down here. We tried
Right.
to do it as discreetly as we could.
Right.
But, and like I said, there's officers that I'm not saying being with the hookers is right, but it happens.
Right.
And it's life.
Right.
And if that's what this was, lay it out there for me now.
Right. No, it wasn't. No.
Did she offer anything? Don't take me to jail, I'll do this, I'll
No,
do
it
this.
was
Did she offer you anything?
I think she was nervous, like I said earlier, and maybe a little flirtatious, but nothing crazy.
She never offered anything
No.
in exchange for you not taking her.
No, she's really worried about going to jail, but
And
you know,
sometimes they'll say, hey, I'll give you a
That's
Hummer
it.
if I don't go to jail.
no.
She didn't offer that?
Mm-mm. She was nervous, like I said, she cried earlier.
Did she cry as soon as you stopped her, or after she was in your car? When did she start crying?
I think in the car, yeah.
What made you let her go? Number one reason.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I want to get home.
Then why'd you pull her over?
Like I said earlier, I just cop, swerve, DUI, and if
Holy
I had,
crap,
if I
that's a
had, if I
2-hour
had,
job.
I know if I had to do it, I would have done it. But I didn't think that she was past the legal limit.
That's just, I just would avoid that if I... Did you at any time... You said you picked her up around 50th and Lincoln. When you saw her swerve,
Right.
did you at any time... Were you always behind her, or did you pull up beside her to maybe see who was in the car and then pull back behind her?
She was at 50th and Lincoln, swerved, and I was behind her, so I fell behind her, and then wait till we
Were you
passed the
ever
line.
beside her?
No,
What lane was she in?
the outside lane.
Closest
That
to
was
the
behind-
curb?
Yeah. And I
Did
was
you ever
outside.
pull up beside her on this way and then fall behind her?
No, I
Because
was
sometimes-
directly behind her about here, and she swerved.
And you stayed behind her?
And I
Because
stayed behind
sometimes I would pull up beside to see, okay, how many people am I dealing with
No,
in the car?
I didn't do that time. I've done that before, but
Right, you didn't do that.
I didn't do it
on
this
her.
time. No.
Could you tell if she was the only passenger?
I couldn't. It was dark tinted windows. I couldn't tell. It was
So you didn't know how many people you were walking up on?
No, I didn't.
Did she roll down her window as soon as you...
She had the back left window rolled down, and then she didn't never rolled it up, and I think she opened the door, if I recall.
Okay. And was it pretty quick that you took her to the back, to your car?
After a couple questions, license, insurance, typical thing. She just gave me her little Oklahoma identification card. And that's like, okay, investigate attention, come back to the car with me.
Okay. Yeah, because that gives you a reason to search if you need it. What would you have done if you had found some dope or a gun or something?
As officers, if you find a little dime bag, it's, you can squash it out, rub it out. With gun, obviously, different story.
Now you logged out when?
I don't know the exact time, but off Prospect, when I about hit Prospect, and probably about 50th, I logged out.
Do you guys, because it's done different now, do you have to go to the station and check all your stuff in? At the end of the shift.
Handing her activity and all that, whatnot.
You do that every night?
Yeah.
Not,
And then-
sometimes you don't go to a buddy, here, turn this in, I'm
No.
going home.
And then lieutenants clear us and say, you guys can go home.
Okay, so you didn't, and what, do they make you wait till straight up 2, or do they cut you 10 to 2?
Majority of the time, sometimes it's just up to the supervisor.
Okay.
The majority of the time.
And then you left,
Right that, yeah. And then I headed up 50th, going northbound.
how'd you get to 50th? Just down Prospect?
Spring Lake Station, take a right to go north, off Prospect, took a left to go westbound on 50th.
And then picked her up at Lincoln or whatever?
About there-ish to the east, where I saw it.
Any other traffic out there?
No, that was the only car.
What about during the time that you had her stopped for like 15 minutes?
What do you mean?
Was there a lot of traffic going by? Was there any traffic going by?
I think there was cars I could see as far as coming going west towards our direction and whatnot, but nothing like real crazy driving by us all the time.
Step out.
Hang for a minute. Let us powwow. My shirt cut me off.